Hey you guys, it's Braid. Tonight we're here with all of the Gypsy Rose updates. I have quite a few different things to go over. We're going to just push them all into one video and keep things moving. So if you're interested in all things Gypsy Rose, Ken Urker, Ryan Anderson, Lifetime, Good Morning America, statements that Gypsy had made herself recently, we're going to just go over everything. So if you're interested, please keep watching. Alright you guys, so first things first, let's go over the thing that has a lot of people talking and equally a lot of people upset over the new trailer that Lifetime dropped for Gypsy's little reality show that she has been involved in. Let's go over that first and then we'll go over kind of everything else. This is a whole circus.
Are you happy?
I'm very happy.
I just think that I would be happier somewhere else.
Well, don't call Ken. You're probably already talking to him anyway.
I don't want to go through my whole life being the girl that murdered her mother. You know.
Listen, Ryan Anderson was quick with the response. He automatically went to Ken. Him automatically going to Ken tells me that Ken was in the atmosphere long before this clip was filmed. I think Ryan, deep down, like, he doesn't seem like a stupid guy. I think he does seem like a little bit of a weird guy, considering that he was willing to marry Gypsy Rose. But I don't think that he's a stupid guy. I do think that he has some intelligence to him. There is no way that in the back of his mind, it wasn't playing out as a possible alternate ending for things to get this messy, this sloppy, and end in, you know, them getting divorced and the entire nonsense that has been unfolding. He had to have had that in the back of his mind as a possibility.
Oh, my story. All right, now let's see what I do with my life. I have my freedom now. It's new to me.
Captain Gypsy Rose!
Never had a puppy before. I don't know how to cook.
It's so bad.
She never had a puppy before, and she dumped that dog just as quick as she dumped her husband. Let's see what you do with your life, Gypsy Rose. And we're seeing it, and nobody likes it. The platform she is standing on is undeserving, a nonsensical three-ring circus, and it's appalling to me that people have given her the level of fame and the status that she has been given.
I'm terrified! Hadn't had a sex life to speak of.
Ryan, the tea is fire.
We consummated our marriage. Am I at risk for dangerous people? I've been getting death threats.
We're being followed. Call the police.
My biggest fear is going back to prison. There's so many people just waiting to get me in trouble.
Listen, people can't just get you in trouble. If you're not breaking the law, people can't just get you in trouble. Now, if you're being messy on social media and you decide to step too far to the wrong person, then that could end badly, and I'm never here for going real life or any of the above. But if you are going out of your way to be this messy, you might piss off the wrong person. But what would be a solution to that? The solution to that would have been get out of prison, don't try to become a celebrity, don't do all this reality shows and podcasts and making sure your picture's taken and all of this messy nonsense that we've seen from her.
You do not have permission.
What if they're gonna send me back? I had a nightmare about my mom. I don't want to be the old Gypsy.
What would you change about your nose?
The bump. I am kind of rushing into things and wanting to do everything all at once.
She's 30 years old. She's making 17, 18-year-old person type decisions.
We had sex. It wasn't protected.
Are you pregnant?
Ken checked in.
What?
If something happens with Gypsy and Ken, it's going to be your fault.
He's trying to weasel.
So it sounds like, from what Rod said in that clip just now, it sounds like Christy is or was egging on Gypsy and Ken reuniting. That was a really big claim to make. I think this, Life After Lockup, with Ken re-entering and Gypsy being messy and all of this stuff playing out on camera, this could end Gypsy Rose. I think this could end her little 15 minutes of fame that she's had, because the lack of respect and the bratty attitude and the immaturity and all of it playing out for the world to watch, I think it's going to put a lot into perspective for people who have maybe been like sitting on the fence a little bit.
Way back in, because now Gypsy's out of prison.
I've never been on camera before talking about anything like this.
Who was that? You text him.
I don't care.
Delete it then.
I don't want to be controlled.
You're mad at me because I confided in someone.
I need to have faith that she will always come back.
I'm gonna want a divorce.
I would never, aside from her being an awful person, y'all know how much cheating gets me fired up. Cheaters. Oh, I confided in somebody else. You're a married woman. You are a married woman. If you need someone to confide in, then you seek therapy. You get marriage counseling. You talk to your family. You don't go to your ex-fiance, point blank, period. Hate me or love me for saying that. I really don't care, because it's exactly how I feel. I could not imagine having an issue in my current relationship and going to a former partner to confide in them and expecting my current partner to actually accept that. Are you psychotic? Now, before I get into what Gypsy has been saying herself, let's go over to Ryan's TikTok, and he did a fridge tour and he was being a little shady. I'm always here for a little shade. After we watch Ryan and his fridge tour that he does, then I want to go over to the Good Morning America clip that was just released a few hours ago, and then we'll get into what is Gypsy saying on her own platforms about everything. Before I roll his clip, what I would like to say, because I've already watched it once, he should not have to come onto social media and have to explain his weight loss surgery, the way his body reacts to food, why he brings home food. I don't think that this should have been required for him to do this, but let's allow him to speak and then I'll give my thoughts.
Hey guys, it's me, Ryan, rocking Alex Bregman jersey today. Go Astros, LSU boy. But anyway, I've got a lot of comments. Show us your fridge for obvious reasons. But anyway, I don't even know what a food hoarder is, guys. That's ridiculous. I mean, I don't have food hiding under beds or anything like that. I do have a gastric sleeve, so that means the doctor removed 30% of my stomach. So when I go out to eat, I can't eat a lot, so I do get to-go plates. So that might have drove Gypsy crazy. But just is what it is, guys. I don't like wasting things, and I just can't eat a lot. But anyway, here we go. Now, I need to warn you. This fridge is bad, okay? Just be prepared. Oh my God, the humanity. There's stuff everywhere. Oh God, what am I gonna do? Look, Pixie in the refrigerator, licking barbecue sauce. That's crazy. Pixie, get out of there. Anyway, guys, look, you notice there's some Tupperwares. Nothing in there is over a week old. There is a sandwich right there. There's birthday cake for my stepbrother's birthday yesterday, and then there's a salad in the background. Nothing crazy, guys. There's my Dr. Pepper.
This is a very normal fridge, and in fact, I think it's on the lighter side. Like, when my fridge has been actually like full, it's been much more chaotic than this. This is not food hoarding. This is not having an unhealthy relationship with holding on to food. Like, this is all fresh food. Like he said, nothing's more than a week old, and he's got a fridge with some drinks, some condiments, some leftovers, some cake. This is very normal stuff. And I know, before the Gypsy Rose fans flood my comments and say, oh, well, he just cleaned out his fridge before he filmed this video, I honestly do not believe that. And I think that y'all will say anything to defend Gypsy at this point, including just trying to come up with any reason why this video might be not accurate. This is very normal, and I think it's ridiculous that he even had to make this video.
In the drawers, there's drinks, things like that. Freezer, look, I got some frozen stuff, some ice cream. Look, breakfast, I got biscuits, breakfast Hot Pockets. Guys, nothing crazy. I mean, come on, what's a food hoarder? I don't even know what that is. Anyway, I just want to say, guys, there you go. There's a view of my fridge. I hope it wasn't too crazy and stuff everywhere. I'm sorry for the mess. Anyway, guys, happy Memorial Day. Bye.
Listen, dealing with a little bit of an overflowing fridge, or dealing with somebody who won't put their laundry in the laundry bin, or somebody who might not wash the dishes as often as you wash the dishes. These are all typical marriage and relationship problems. You work through them, and you don't, I still couldn't imagine literally calling somebody a food hoarder. I've watched the show Hoarders. I've seen documentaries on hoarding situations. And so to call somebody a food hoarder is extremely insulting, number one. And number two, I don't think that Ryan was ever a food hoarder. And please keep in mind, I'm not a fan of any of these people. I'm just looking at this logically. And I think that Gypsy Rose would come up with any excuse under the sun to excuse her bad behavior and how she handled her marriage and divorce and the situation with Ken and everything else that has been happening with her. She will latch on to any reason and feed it out to the media, or just post it on her own social media and expect her weird followers to eat up everything that she says, because she's a slay queen, right? Please. All right, so now let's move on to the Good Morning America clip that was just posted a few hours ago. And Gypsy Rose claims that people want a perfect victim, and that's just not the case. Again, we're skirting around all of the mess that she has created. People are just online and they're not agreeing with it. Nobody expects a perfect victim, but let's allow the clip to play and then I'll give my thoughts.
Often portrayed either as the victim of Munchausen or
Right.
And what do you want people to know about you?
Quite honestly, I'm starting to feel like they want a perfect victim, and there is no such thing as a perfect victim. In their mind, the perfect victim would have died. And so now that I survived and the perpetrator of the abuse is the one that died, then I'm getting the hate.
Or people just don't want to make you a celebrity. People are realizing, like, the people that are platforming Gypsy Rose are so unintelligent and just in their own world. They can't understand, okay, Gypsy did not have a perfect childhood. Nothing about that was okay, assuming everything that actually has been alleged happened, which that's a whole nother conversation. People can acknowledge that and give sympathy for that while also saying, she's not doing anything with her platform. Since she has come out, she has been nothing but messy, cruel, snarky, jumping in live streams, jumping in comments, posting, deleting, addressing haters, not addressing haters. It's just been a three-ring circus. And if you're going to put on a three-ring circus, the internet is going to give commentary on that. And she wants only good things. Because if you're not, then you're blaming. She hasn't comprehended that's not how social media works. Now, I also want to read the statement that she released, and then I'd also like to read a comment exchange that I was sent on over on Instagram for y'all, it's just food for thought. Gypsy said, "Don't ask me to relive my trauma for your personal curiosity. Don't demand no answers to questions that have no relevance in your life. Don't expect me to have overcome my past on your time. Don't tell me about my mistakes and choices when I am who has to live with them on my conscience. Don't project what you want me to be because you find it interesting. I am not a celebrity. I am a trauma survivor who is healing from emotional, mental, and medical abuse. I have shared my story in the hopes it would educate people about Munchausen by proxy. and inspire other survivors, only to have my views invalidated by content creators on social media who do not have any psychological education to back up their claims, despite multiple psychiatrists specializing in MBP, such as Dr. Mark Feldman, who interviewed for 2017 Mommy Dead and Dearest on HBO. After reviewing my medical records obtained for my case, he had a high belief that my mother indeed had MBP. Don't ask me to advocate, I am healing. So here's the whole thing. Gypsy doesn't understand that, like, if you want to make money off of being an MBP advocate and sharing that part of your story, then actually do it and stop being messy. That's what we were all kind of waiting for. Where's the advocacy? Where is the not being sloppy? Where is the, like, if you're an advocate, like, why are there so many videos and comments of you clapping back at people? Let it go. Obviously, you need a deep level of therapy before you can even come on here and try to say that you're spreading awareness or making content around this cause. You are not the spokesperson. And on top of that, you bully other people who were actually doing advocate work. Gypsy Rose is a damn hypocrite. In my opinion, I feel like Gypsy Rose has done nothing but advocate for her own checking account. And for the time being, she's advocating to have a relationship with Ken Urker. Aside from that, I don't see any advocating or awareness being spread. Here's awareness on how to throw your marriage in the dumpster pile and go back to your ex-fiance, even though he claimed that he didn't like the limelight. Now that I'm semi-popular and a D-list celebrity on social media, he came crawling back, so I left my husband for this dude over here. That deserves a round of applause? Not in my book. So this comment exchange I want to share with y'all, and that will be the end of this video. Because Gypsy claims that she was basically bullied off of, I guess, what she had planned, whatever that was. Someone said, "This is a joke. No survivor acts like this. Yes, everyone heals differently, but pretending to be an MPD survivor and advocate when you're only advocating for yourself isn't what survivorship and advocacy is about." Fully agree with that. Gypsy's response, where she claims that she was bullied. Exactly why I'm telling people to not expect that from me. I am a survivor of abuse, whether people believe me or not. It's not their life, it's mine. So having a hope that I could have been an advocate was just that, a hope that was crushed by a society who only wanted a perfect victim. And because I am flawed, I was shown that I'm not good enough. Long story short, I was bullied out of the possibility. You know how recently I talked about Crystal Hefner's book, Only Say Good Things? That's what Gypsy Rose's business model is. If you have good things to say and you want to leave heart emojis and give her a round of applause, then you are doing the right thing. But if you are calling anything into question, or if you're telling her that she should not be glamorized for orchestrating the murder of her mother and using Nicholas Godejohn to carry out the crime, then you are an enemy and you are bullying her out of the opportunity to be an advocate. Gypsy Rose is a fraud, and she has put all of her fraudulent business activity and business plan and blueprint all over social media. And we are here to have a discussion about that. I've never said that Gypsy Rose's childhood was a walk in the park or all the sunshine and rainbows. I never said that. In fact, I have acknowledged that I think that there were some things that were done to her as a child that are completely disgusting, sad, heartbreaking, all of the things. However, current day, we are focusing on her being toxic, her being a manipulator, and her very recently bullying other advocates and trying to, be the spokesperson for Munchausen by proxy, even though Dee Dee was not diagnosed with that while she was still living. If a psychiatrist, psychologist, whoever said, oh, there's a high likelihood that she had MPD, that's fine, but she was not diagnosed while she was still living, and in my opinion, I am not comfortable putting a lot of weight on somebody being diagnosed with anything after they're dead. But I can't wait to see what y'all have to say about all of this. Hopefully these multiple updates were helpful. I don't know, do y'all want me to split these videos into like focusing on only one or two things? I kind of felt like a longer video was needed, and plus I have so much happening right now. I should be doing other things, but I'm sitting here filming a YouTube video. So I appreciate y'all so much as always, and I'm really excited to see what y'all have to say about all of this. So for now, if you like the video, please leave a like and a comment, and if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.